Hi all and welcome back to OkGames. Like the other video of this series, I'm gonna show a game made in under one day of work, more or less 8 hours. I've called this game Paper Roll. As you probably noticed, there is a virus out there, and especially here in Italy where I am, we are all under quarantine. A lot of people here, but even in other countries, went nuts and started going to the mall and buying everything they could. After a few memes, it was clear that the main currency of an apocalypse would be toilet paper. So why not making a game about toilet paper to try and lighten the mood? You are gonna be the dealer, the guy who owns every toilet paper roll, and your goal is to give people what they need. Well, mainly toilet paper. Every time you help someone, you gain fame, and every time you create a new paper roll, you gain some experience. You can then spend some fame to buy directly the piece that you might need in order to create a more precious toilet paper roll. The main mechanic of the game is a simple drag and drop with the addition of a merge logic. That means that when you drop a paper roll over another one of the same level, you will create one that is higher in value. So without further ado, let's jump into it. As always, I started by setting a scene. I've made a table using a grid layout to contain the paper rolls and then started working on the visual aspect of the table, making slots where you can place your paper rolls. I then began to work on the drag and drop logic, with an event trigger and the two events begin drag and end drag. Using those functions, I reached something like this, where you can move an item anywhere in the grid, and if released in a position that is not valid, it will return in the original position. After making that work, I started the merge logic, firstly by defining some data structure. Everything is customizable through a scriptable object that contains, for example, the image and the name of every different toilet paper roll. Then, handling the merge itself by checking if two items can be merged when releasing one over the other. I've made some sprites and voila! I've got the core mechanic of the game. Now I need to give some sense of progress to the game. So, with a manager class that keeps track of the player data, I begin with adding some logic that when you merge two paper rolls, you get some exp. I've added some function to determine the amount of exp given after a merge based on the item level, and another function that calculates the needed exp for leveling up. And of course some UI to export the data to the player. Naturally, I needed to somehow save the data so that when a player reopens the game, he can find the situation as he left it. The faster solution to do so is using the Unity player pref. Player pref allow you to save basic data like integer or strings. So what I did is to serialize into string a class that contains all the data that needed to be saved. Now it's time to add customer that you can give toilet paper to and earn some fame. The request is gonna be shown through a bubble, and so I've started by animating the entrance of the bubble itself. Once it was done, I've made a manager to generate a new customer every time you fulfill one request. To serve a customer, you simply have to drop the correct toilet paper roll over them. If it matches what is shown, the customer will go away happily and you will earn fame point. After the customer part was handled, I've made more assets for different toilet paper roll. Okay, I'll admit it, I just recolored what I had to make pink toilet paper, which is more softer, and a light blue one, that is perfumed. Why azure? I don't know. Let's keep going. To give a sense to the fame points, I've added a shop where you can buy toilet paper rolls. So I've made a pop-up with a big list of every toilet paper in the game, where you can spend fame points and instantly get the piece you need. But you can only buy what you have already discovered. You can't instantly go and buy the last toilet paper roll that has the highest value, you have to earn it first. Using the Unity built-in scroller, I quickly made this, and so it was done. Okay, the main game is okay, but I feel like it misses something. You know what? Let's add some actual customers. I've gathered some assets and animated a character that will actually go away when you give him toilet paper. And why not, let's throw in a zombie and a robot, who cares? This game should be placed during an apocalypse anyway, and robot might need toilet paper too. I don't know about that zombie though. Now to recap a bit. By tapping on the toilet paper in the bottom of the screen, you generate new toilet paper roll that you can then merge into higher ones. Customers arrive one after the other like in a normal line, and if you give them what they are asking for, you get some fame points. You can then spend those points to buy directly different types of toilet paper. Every time you merge two rolls, you get experience and you can level up, even if that does nothing at the moment, whatever. I think that for a day of work that's enough. I'm gonna end this game here, but it has a lot of possibility of growth and even monetization. For example, imagine different levels where instead of toilet paper you have hand sanitizer or face masks. If you want to try the game, you can download it for free for Android through itch.io. I'll leave the link in the description. As always, thank you for watching. If you like the game idea or if you just find it funny, feel free to leave a like, so more people will see this thanks to the YouTube algorithm. And also don't forget to subscribe so you won't miss new videos. That's all, see you next time.